Hey everybody, Coach here, catching up on the Shiba Ride. Just looking at the numbers now. Right now, as we're talking, 0.0000. That's four zeros. 6955. I call it 6,955 or 6955. Some people call it 69. Other people call it just six. So yeah, it's in that still what we call that hundreds. No, let's see. Yeah, tenths of a penny, hundredths of a penny. Uh, with this Shiba movement, I've noticed has not just picked up with millionaires putting in their big dumps and pulling back out. We call those whales. But it's also had some major whales that have really made it soar, and then of course pull their money back out or part of it, and you see the quick and immediate price drop too. But if you notice from the line that we've had on this, the price drops just seem to be supported. They don't ever drop all the way back down to when the major whale bought in. In fact, it's pretty interesting to watch that each of those recoveries kind of come back where they were. So we've got here. This is early October where we, had our first whale sell out in a big drop. Or I'm just not saying one, but either several or a major one that makes that drop there to there, and then you move over, but with still stability. This says that, well, not all of them sold out, or we've got more small buyers like me that have jumped on board, really supporting it, and being that it keeps doing that, because guys with big money want to move. They're not going to usually tie up money in here unless it's money they've made in here already. They're going to want to move that and put it someplace else, and so it just moves over with support from the small guys and a few ins and outs. But then it starts soaring again, and this is where whales jump in. But as it moves over, we notice that that's still that base support. There's your Shiba Army, the people that are just getting more themselves because they're realizing this is something that's really going to take off and be an incredible investment. And so it just keeps moving up with some more whales jumping in, and some major purchases really skyrocket it, and then they take their money and come back down. But you see, it doesn't come down to where we started. That's the point. So not only are these whales buying on the way up, but there's other small investors buying on the way up and the way down that are supporting it, keeping it from bottoming back out. And there's your whales buying back in, and whales buying back out, a little one buying in, buying out. But again, moving right over back to this base support that we had when the first big Moby Dick sold out. So there's what's been happening. Very similar results going on right here again. That's a general slide over right there. So we again are establishing some base going straight across. We don't expect it to go below this right now. And this is hitting in that 62 range. It hadn't actually come close to that, at least not for very long. It's really been hovering that 7,000 range. I've been watching it pretty close, and that 7,000 range here recently is absolutely where it's been. So if we look in the last week, you can see we've got all this base support stability. All these people putting in their small dollars. The big whales jumping in and out don't affect it that much. They're not making it shoot up and down as they were before. So what are we talking about? Well, we're primed for another send-off and really a surge to try to reach that 1 penny mark. And to do that, it just needs more recognition in the market that this is a good investment that's has probably one of the better charts that I've seen of anything. You can compare it to just about any of these other charts that we have in the cryptocurrency, and it looks more stable than the rest. So it's got a great foundation. Uh, that eludes trust, and that it's not going to bottom out and lose all your money. Um, there's my take for Shiba Ride, because that's what we're on, is the Shiba Ride. I started this when I was at 770, not 7,000, and I've put in and I put in, and I treat it like gambling, like I hope you do too, and that only put in what you expect to lose. You only buy in for so much, and hopefully you don't go back to the well when that's dry. You don't have nothing left, and so we don't want to put you in that situation with stock as well. I want you to really think about what you're doing before you put money in, because 20 here and 30 there, that's reasonable little buy-ins on your little poker, poker night, or something like that. But if you really want to jump in, I mean, I suggest you really weigh your assets first and make sure you have the stability to accept a loss like that. I'm thinking somewhere around $1,000 when this hits a penny. You're going to have way more money than you really expected. So I'll let you do the math, and we'll definitely talk again. Coach out.